Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into the OTC Club today. We have our special guest, the Gavin, finally. You all know him, and if you don't already follow him, please hit the follow button. Make sure you are following the OTC Club and all your hosts up here, and hit the bell for show updates. Remember, this space is being recorded, and none of this is financial advice. Okay, for entertainment purposes only. What's up, Gavin? What's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? How's the weekend?
Is this the real Gavin, or is this the real
No,
Gavin?
that's not him. If you know, you know.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm glad we have the real Gavin here tonight. Gerg. So, first of all, I'm gonna take this time to say, thank you, Gavin, for coming. You know, you're the star. You're the star of the stock financial world. First question. Yeah, he's the star, right? First questions I have for you is just tell us a little bit about yourself, something that we don't know. You know, a little bit about your history and not just your stock life here on Twitter. Give us a little insight about Gavin himself.
I mean, I'm just a nobody that to make money. That's it. Keep it simple, right?
Christine, you hear this?
That was inspirational. I love it.
Sure, I guess short and sweet, I guess.
Gerg, you have to elaborate on your answers. We're all.
I mean, apart from trading, I'm part of a university board. I'm on the board of directors. I also have a trading platform like Variable Robinhood that's upcoming. I have a couple of news channels that I own, a couple option platforms that I'm part of. Apart from that, so far nothing else. Oh yeah, also I'm buying a couple of coffee shops to diversify. Yeah.
I love that.
And also with the cryptocurrency that had 6.5 billion in 24 hours.
Whoa, we need to hear something a little bit more about that a little later. But yeah, coffee shops. What are if you don't mind me? What kind of coffee shops are you getting? Starbucks, Java City.
Right. So here you can get pretty good, right? You have to put out 25% of the amount. So basically, you invest, I think, 600,000, and you make 80% year over year. Like these returns are unheard. Bankrupt, so I put up offers, and I got accepted. So that's what I'm doing right now.
So that's the coffee shops?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so tell us how and when you started trading, Gerg.
So I was walking down the road in 2016. I heard lightning, and I heard God. It said, "Buy AMC."
God told you to buy AMC.
Since then, I'm all right. AMC.
Gerg. Yeah. God told you to buy AMC.
Did you talking about just buying all the movie theaters or the stock?
Just the stock.
Can you tell us how God sounds when he's telling you to do something, Gerg?
Does he sound like your own voice?
Does he have a high-pitched voice, Gerg? Does he have an accent? Like, what's going on?
He was Chinese, I think.
Is he a woman?
A Chinese
no
woman.
Comments. I don't want to get canceled here, so.
Okay, so no gender. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, hold on. So your first one was AMC?
No, that's just a joke. So.
Oh, I was like, wait, hold on. That's like okay.
No. So the first stock I bought, I don't even remember. The only thing I remember, it was the cheapest stock, right? So once I started, I didn't care about the company. I wanted the most number of shares I could get. So I looked for the cheapest stock on the Toronto Stock Exchange. That's what I bought. I made 3% on that trade, I think.
Was that OTC, Nasdaq? What was that?
No, I hate OTC, so.
Okay, we're going to pretend you didn't say that. Let's keep moving forward.
Okay, so Gavin bought a lot of LTNC at the top, so he regrets it all.
Oh.
Nah. I mean, I think the biggest play of OTC for me was Humble, TSMP, and I made 80% shorting that.
That's a good percentage. You probably could have made more.
I could have, but
he's not
I
greedy.
had to. Yeah. So can you guys pull up the chart for Humble? Like Humble was a scam from beginning, right? So here you go.
Oh yeah, we know. I know that. I got the chart for Humble in my head.
Those guys had over 500 bots on Twitter trying to pump the stock. Like I found the source code from the API that we're using, and it's just from Bangladesh. So pretty shitty company. So that's why I went short, I think. Let me share a tweet from that. And TSMP, right? This was Humble back then. So
yes.
Oh, yeah.
But otherwise, I don't dabble in OTC. But I was long GBTC. So GBTC is a Bitcoin trust. And it usually trades between 25% below the NAV, right? So you can go short Bitcoin and long GBTC as a pair trade because the gap right was 20%. And when Bitcoin rallies, the gap usually closes down. So it's almost a 15% risk-free trade. But it will almost never be 1-to-1 because you can, like SPY, right? Like SPY and QQQ. If you have enough money, you can go and redeem the shares for NAV. But with this, you can't do that. So, but I love to go short Bitcoin and long GBTC. But Bitcoin, it's again, right? It's a Bitcoin trust, so not an OTC company again.
Yeah, I'm familiar with GBTC too. Isn't it a GLTC too and a GETF?
Yeah, they have one.
I mean,
not an ETF, right? They did file to become an ETF, but it's just a trust right now. So with an ETF, right, if it's under NAV, you can basically go and redeem the shares to get your cost or the cost basis back. But with this being a trust and not an ETF, you can't do that right now. So that's why it's at a 15 to 20% discount. So basically, yeah.
Okay, while we pull that up, just give us a little insight on your trading strategy and what makes your trades. We want to know what makes your trades tick. What goes on in Gavin's head while he's picking his trades.
Yeah, because clearly your trades do very well. So we want to know how your brain works.
So I try to focus on events, right? Could be a short squeeze, could be a merger, could be a delisting, could be an acquisition, or could be earnings, right? I like to play through earnings because you can make the most or lose the most, right? They are the most volatile times. That's why I love SPACs too, right? Like SPACs have so many events. That's why I love SPACs. I also do a lot of tech for long term. Also some couple AIs. Because that's what I know, right? So I'll try to stick with that. What I'm familiar with.
And just before I ask my question, I know there's requests to talk to Gavin. You guys could stay up here requesting. As soon as we're done asking him questions, we'll go ahead and bring you guys up. So Gerg, do you trade anything else besides big boards? Do you do any crypto? I know you said you don't do OTC.
Yeah,
you do
I almost never do OTC, but crypto, my biggest holding is CRO.
So,
yeah. So CRO is the Crypto.com native token. Like those guys, the number one and fastest growing platform. They hit 10 million in June, I think, and they plan to double that by January or February next year. They also bought naming rights to the Staples Arena. Also, I would deal with UFC, F1, so I'm big in that. I did sell almost all of that when it hit $1 Canadian, but I will buy that back at 30 cents. So if it drops 50%, I will buy back more. But most of my crypto is staked in Crypto.com. That earns me, I think, 10 to 14% a year. So.
Do you do NFTs yet, Gerg?
I have some, but not really. I don't believe in them.
Okay, so which ones do you have, even though you don't believe in them?
I have a couple dog ones, couple, I think, a monkey one. I bought a lot of NBA ones, right? I think NBA Top Shot ones. Like, they were popping back in January, February. I think I bought the top on them, but I'm not a fan of NFTs. But I do have
why don't you hold on. Why don't you believe in NFTs? Like, what's wrong?
I think they're too overhyped, right? I think just like crypto back in 2013, it dropped 80%. I think NFTs might do the same thing. So if that happens, I might scoop some. but I'm just not bullish on them, right? So
at this time, but you may be
Yeah.
bullish on them in a little while.
He
yeah,
wants to buy the dip.
no,
It's all
I
good.
will make the dip and buy the dip.
You gonna make the dip and buy the dip? You got a lot of NFTs to buy.
I want to buy a bull dip,
Oh yeah, me and you
but
both.
Oh,
So
there
if
you
that
go.
for a picture doesn't make
you
sense
how
for me.
when is Bored Ape? What price is Bored Ape?
Like $500,000 now,
Yeah. What price would you buy it at? What price is a good price for GERD?
100K.
100K.
Yeah.
100K.
All right, we'll hold you to that.
Well,
So if
we're
it drops
just
to 100K,
we're
then...
just 100,000 away from that.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
If it drops right now, I will buy it right now. Live on Spaces.
Gerg, why don't you buy the wife and the kid?
They have kids now?
Yeah.
Yes, they have kids. Okay, while you guys talk, I'm going to post it here.
So the last one I heard was the mutant, right? They had like mutant versions.
Mm-hmm.
And the one I've been hearing is some penguin, right? Like what's that one?
The pudgy
petty
penguins?
one?
The pudgy
Yeah,
penguins?
do they have like some beef online? Like
I love it.
All over my Twitter yesterday. Like people were fighting. Like what the hell was going on? I have no clue.
Like it would have been a perfect time to just scoop some and flip them real quick because they were starting to go up in value.
No, but what happened yesterday, right, with the community? Like they were beefing.
Oh yeah, it was some kind of beef, but I really didn't.
Are you asking, Dirk?
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Rue. You can interject.
Okay, I thought he was about to explain it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, the beef was basically one of their NFT community managers wasn't getting respect from the leaders of the team. In particular, Cole. You know the lead. I guess he's the CEO or whatever of Pudgy Penguins. And they had a altercation or a bad interaction with each other through some messages, and the Pudgy Penguin or Cole, he tried to pay I guess Darth is his name, off to be quiet. So he said he offered him 1 ETH to tell him to hush his mouth about their conversation, about not respecting his position and paying him a good amount of money for the amount of work that he put in. And it was just a whole craziness after, because Darth said he was fed up with it. He was fed up with how the community treated him and how they handled the situation. So he went on Spaces and pretty much outed them. And then Cole started his other Spaces to tell them, full transparency about what the hell's going on. But it's just a whole shit show about Pudgy Penguin kind of creating like a false narrative on their community and not actually supporting their members who put in a lot of work. So people just they don't mess with them currently. But I mean, they still have a good community.
Okay.
Their floor went up.
When NFT reality show, guys? When
any FinTwit or financial reality show, because this thing gets crazy. But back to Gurgavin for a second. And by the way, NFT, if you're pro Pudgy Penguin or anti Pudgy Penguin, this is just opinions of people. You don't have to take it to heart.
They're skinny now.
The skinny penguin. So, Gurgavin, what would you say your biggest success was in your trading career? What was your biggest success?
Why would I disclose that?
You don't have to tell us.
Because
exactly.
So can I mention the play and not the style?
TMZ.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, I would just mention how much. I think this year my biggest gainer was Lucid, 100%. Like CCIV, no, long and short. I think I was long 3 times, and I was short 4 times.
Okay.
Like Lucid, I bought back. I think the first time I bought this for the $10, sold at 55, 54, bought back at 23, sold at 25. Then I went short for the first pipe unlock. I made 20% again with that. Went at 15. Then I went short again at $50. Covered at 48. I made 1%. But after that, I haven't been in so far.
So the one thing I appreciated about, your style, Gurgavin, is you weren't afraid to tell people you were long and short. I can't.
Yeah,
stand,
no. So
I
think
can't stand
one thing
people.
I love more than making money is trolling people.
Yeah.
I'd rather troll people and lose some money than to not troll people. I think trolling makes me happy, right? More than making money, I think. I care about trading. Yeah.
You know what? I love just telling people I got puts or something on stock they love. I know short.
Even
short
AMC, right? AMC, I was shorting just because of the momentum and people getting mad, right? Same as Lucid. I doubled down to see people get mad. I did the same with Fisker last week. Like Fisker, talk about that, right? They had some spaces and people like just talking shit about that. I went short Fisker, I think $250,000.
Yeah, I remember you went short on Fisker. Christine definitely went long and made some money on it though.
Yeah, I mean so far I'm down 1%. So.
Yeah. No, but I feel you. Eventually the trade will play out because momentum will be gone. So so I completely understand that. But I do appreciate your style because you're not afraid to tell people when you're long and short, which a lot of people have fear of.
Intentionally go short sometimes, just troll people. But yeah. Why not play both sides, right? Even with Palantir, I'm long for long term, but I was buying puts for the last I think a month. I played like 3 times. But did I make more shares? Yeah, I did. But if I think stock will go down, why won't I play puts?
So
I would have sold Palantir to buy back lower, but it's about to be a year, right? So why should I pay 3% more?
No, I completely understand that. You know, and like I said, you know, the bravery of it all, right? Because there's so many people who are just long in everything. Long in everything.
I hate how can you be
irritating.
long everything, right? If you were long only for the last 6 months, anything except indexes, you'll be down 30-40%, right? So at any given time, I like to be, I think, 60% long, 40% short, or 70-30 at least.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think Rue has a question.
Yeah, go on.
No, it's more of a request. Gerg, since you like to troll, can you troll Bitcoin maxis for us, please?
No,
I think we will all enjoy that.
Rue, what are you eating?
They aren't that emotional, right? Like AMC guys, I love to troll because how dumb they are and how emotional they are. But Bitcoin maxis, they control themselves, right? They don't go off on you, so it's not worth my time.
That's not true. Bitcoin maxis definitely
they are nuts
for sure. Yeah, they're crazy.
No, I think for my personal, like I have talked to a couple of them, and they don't seem as mad or dumb as the big AMC guys. So
Gerg, they're the same people, bro.
No,
if you got AMC, they're Bitcoin maxis.
I mean, I think I rather buy Bitcoin than AMC. So
yeah, I mean, it makes sense though. Bitcoin is a
if we go in an AMC room right after this and we say, "Hey, do you guys hold any crypto?" They're like, "Yes, of course, Bitcoin."
Bitcoin, that's it.
I mean, I'm banned from almost all of them, so I wouldn't know.
Anyways, we love AMC and Bitcoin. On to the next question here.
I want to go to the movies. I would love to go to the movies.
Yeah, we love going to AMC and eating popcorn. Anyways, so where are we at? What's your biggest failure that you've had in trading, Gerg?
I think my biggest failure would be not shorting AMC at $70. Like I should have shorted AMC $70 and I didn't.
What's your biggest failure on something you did do, though?
Right, I'm just saying.
Exactly. Stock Talk, thank you for coming in here for helping us.
I knew you guys would need help handling him. He's a loose cannon.
Yeah, I think I did overpay for a bunch of SPACs last year. And PSPH, right? I like watching Square. It was a Bill Ackman SPAC. And I was overpaying for that by a lot. I think I paid 20% over now, 30% over now. And usually I never do that for SPACs, but that did.
Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Gergerman, didn't you also YOLO LTNC at 7 cents? You said you're going
I did.
Something and bag yourself?
No, I bought like 100 shares just to troll people. So.
Yeah,
100.
I remember him saying that when he came into my spaces the one time.
No, that was not Gergavan, right?
Yeah, that was
not Gergavan. Right.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, but your mistake. You bought IPOs, IPOF.
No. IPOF. I made money. I think even though Jamaat has me blocked, I've made money on almost all the SPACs. Like Clove was a pretty big winner for me, long and short.
I'm gonna go back to Chamath has you blocked.
Yeah. So Chamath, right? So Chamath sold all of his SPCE space, whatever the company is, I think Virgin Galactic. Yeah. And he tried to hide that. I made a tweet, called him out, posted the SEC filings, and next day he blocked me. And he did post the thread explaining that, but he lied on that too. So the only Chamath SPAC I like right now is SoFi. I'm long SoFi, but I wish I wasn't, and I wish Chamath wasn't a part of that.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to get in SoFi pre-IPO, but that's another story. Yeah, I did. I had an opportunity. I didn't.
No, but did you though? Did you buy it?
No, I didn't. I know, but yeah, don't remind me. But anyway,
what valuation? What was the valuation back then? What price or what valuation?
I don't even remember. It's a nice long email from a friend of mine who works for a financial institution that I can't really talk about.
Are you talking about inside information
that I can't talk about?
No, so that wouldn't be insider, right?
No.
All of the because funding rounds are public.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was about to kick you out.
No, it was okay.
Oh, none of this is NMP.
But anyway, did he answer your question for you, Christine? So I have wait. So my question is, because I'm ready to be a bear, like in this market. So when do you think SPY is coming down?
I have a question. So when you mean be a bear, do you mean overall or
overall? I want to be a bear. Like I just want to freaking short everything and fucking.
Yeah, but anyway, go short Apple for me tomorrow, please.
Oh yeah, I would love to. But when is SPY coming down? When do you think? What is your prediction on SPY? What's going on with SPY? When is it coming down?
SPY will go down 30th February, 2069.
2069.
Yeah, 30th February, 2069. SPY will be down.
So I have some time.
But to be honest, no one really knows, right? When it will be down.
Yeah, over the last 20 years, SPY's gone up almost every single year. It's hard to, it's easier to short names that are broken companies than just shorting the market outright. It's very difficult to do that.
And if you want to short SPY, look at the top holdings. Like SPY is basically Apple, Microsoft, and Google. Same as QQQ. The QQQ is, I think, 15% Apple and Microsoft. So the top 5 names, NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla, are the ones taking both of them up. Without these 5 names, QQQ is only up 3 or 4% for the year. SPY would be almost flat without these 5 names.
Yeah, SPY would be absolutely flat. It might even be down down a little bit without the 3. They're the 5 horsemen of 2021.
Amazing. Do you think so? Are you bullish on SPY?
Yeah, I think as
not
long
in
as
the near
you're
term.
bullish on the US growing and developing, why won't you be bullish on SPY long term? Short term, can SPY go down? Yeah. But long term, as long as America stays the number 1 in the world, SPY will go up.
Yeah, long term it will go up. Short term, there's going to be chop. There's going to be chop through December 15th, guaranteed chop. Just because there's so much news coming out, it could be up and down. That doesn't mean we're going straight down. But through June of next year, if we go from quantitative easing to quantitative tightening, that could result in some volatility. And it might mean that, the SPY returns for the next couple of years are far below what they were for the last 5.
I love it.
I mean, last 40 years, the average was 9.8%, but last 15 years, we have been getting 12% almost. We might go back to 10% on average, but I wouldn't mind, right, as long as it's going up. But if you look up, I shared the graph. That's the Nasdaq Performance year to date with and without Apple, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, NVIDIA. And without those names, just 5 names, right? QQQ is only up 5.8%. But for the year, if you add those names, it's up almost 25% now. So it's a bit skewed and a bit misleading. Even with QQQ, right? I think most of the names are in bear market territory, as most of them are down almost 30% from all-time highs back in June and July. So indexes can be a bit misleading.
Something interesting is that what most people don't realize is the Fed has a triple mandate, right? The dual mandate is public, and the dual mandate is price stability and employment. Unemployment's 4.2%, inflation 6.8%. It might be peaking. The third is keeping real estate prices and stock prices high. And they measure stock prices with the broad indices, SPY, QQQ, which are near all-time highs. They don't care that Peloton's down 70%. They don't care that some small cap name is down 90%, right? Pensions are not allocated in those names. Endowments, insurance companies, institutions are not invested in those names. So it's kind of it could be a stealth crash where, a lot of the small names continue lower and have increased vol. And, the large cap names like Apple gamma squeeze higher because everyone's buying call options on them. And they're actually hurting themselves because they're keeping SPY up, whereas everything else is falling. That could be, a dynamic that could play out. One of many dynamics that could play out.
Yep. All right. So when you buy a SPY and put $100, I think $5 goes to Apple, $5 goes to Microsoft, a couple bucks go to Facebook. So all these things, right? So that's why they're so propped up. Should Apple be so high right now? No, right? But can it go even higher? Yeah.
So let's go ahead and go to the next question, Christine.
All right. Gerg, but before I ask the question, what do you think about Apple hitting the all-time highs? You think it's finishing strong for the year? Or you think it's gonna?
I mean, if you don't think this is a strong close for Apple, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this is really, really strong for Apple. Like, how much is Apple up in the week? So last week, Apple was up 10%, and that added $300 billion to its market cap. That's more than 95% of the companies in the S&P 500. So if you put that to scale, like, even a 1% move is pretty big for Apple.
Right.
But a 10% move in a week and almost 20% on the month at this scale is crazy. But can it go higher? Yeah, it can.
Yeah. So where do you think it's going to finish for the year?
I think above $100.
All right. So do you have any mentorship programs for people that are asking about,
Yeah, my OnlyFans.
All right. Yeah. So how much is your OnlyFans, Gerg?
$69 per day.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, but going back to Apple, right? So Apple, when it hit $1 trillion, it dropped 40% in the following 2 months. When it hit $2 trillion, it dropped 27%. But it's about to hit $3 trillion soon. So the average drop was 28% after it hit a new trillion. So you might see a pullback back to 160 if the past trend continues. So that should be interesting. But am I buying more Apple comments? No. But will I play Apple calls or puts? 100%.
Can I get 10% off your OnlyFans?
You can get 20% off.
That's good. That's a deal.
Yeah, you get paid to join. But yeah, so Apple, right? As soon as it hit $3 trillion, I think that's $181.50 per share. I might look to buy some puts, but the flow, right? The flow was very, very bullish, but the call to put ratio. Let me open. Let's see where are we right now.
Yeah, give us your put.
Yeah, so let's look at Apple on Friday. So Apple on Friday, they had 2 million calls and 1 million puts. Like, this is, and let's go back, right? So so the 10-day average is 2 million calls and 800,000 puts. So the number of put buying is going up over the last month, but the call buying is almost steady or not growing as much as the put. So we might be on the top, but I think the only reason this is going up is called the crazy amount of call option buying, right? Same thing happened in Tesla. People couldn't buy 100 shares back then, so they went and bought calls instead. So same thing happened with mRNA back in June, July. It went from 150 to $500 in the span of 2 months. And I think Amazon might do a similar move, but the calls are still expensive for most of the people, right? Like if you want to play a decent out of the money call at 5-6%, you have to shell I think 10,000 per call.
So do you do a lot of options trading? What's your favorite option to take? Do you like selling calls? Do you like what's your favorite option strategy?
I do everything. Let's see if I want to buy a Palantir at $15 and I'm willing to wait a year. So I will go short the 15 puts, collect the premium, and wait. So basically when you go and short the put, you get paid to wait. And one thing I love to do is buy SPACs, right? Some of the SPACs, like they're at 10, 10.05, 10.10. And the call premium for $10 is almost 50, 60 cents. So it's almost free money, right? SPACs being SPACs, you can get the NAV plus interest back. So let's say I did this with AGC, so that was Grab. I bought the commerce at 10.40 and I sold the call for $1.25. So end of the day, my cost basis for AGC was $9.55, and that being a SPAC, I was up 6% guaranteed. So, like if I see a play like this, I love to go up and use a lot of leverage. Like I use IB Care and the collateral for like these plays only at 28%. So if you want, you can go almost 4x in leverage for a 0% risk play. So that's a 20% return in a month, guaranteed. And you were right. And for earnings, right, I love to play triangles. That's playing both sides if the IV is decent. Like let's say AMC, right? Like AMC, I won't do that because the IV is very, very high. But let's say Palantir. Like Palantir, I expect a big move on either side, so I will buy calls and puts and make money off the IV.
What is the ideal IV to have when you're doing strangles?
There's no right answer for that. Depends, right? Are you buying? Are you selling them? Like if you're buying them, you want it to be as low as possible. Like if you're selling them, you want it to be as high as possible, right? Higher the IV, higher the option price, the more money you can make shorting that, right? So when I look to go short calls, I might go a 1 or 2 strikes lower if the IV is way high, right? And even with time view, right, IV might go down. So you see, the weekly ones have the highest IV. The further you go out, the IV can be lower. But sometimes there are mismatches. Like so far, I was long comments. I short the January calls, and I bought the December puts as a hedge for free. The January calls they paid me $1.05, and the weekly put for 95 cents. So like I de-risked myself for the earnings, and I still made 3% doing that. But this is not common, right? So you see the weekly ones are way more expensive than the month side and the leaps in the future.
Okay, I wrote that down.
Good. Gerg, so besides AMC, you have 30 seconds to tell us a ticker that you're looking into next week and why you're bullish on it.
Or bearish, whatever.
I'm looking to buy more Gap, GPS. I think on Twitter, almost no one talks about this name. I mean, I think last year they did almost 20 billion in revenue. The market cap is 7 billion. And I think a month back, they had the first drop with Kanye West. And Gap sold more hoodies in one day than they ever did. Just one colorway. But the market seems to be ignoring that. They had earnings, the stock was down 20%. That's when I scooped some. But they did announce supply chain issues. But even after the next drop, the stock remains unchanged. But personally, I'm buying some right there. $16, $16.10, $16.50.
GEPS?
Yeah, so Gap, right? Gap Inc. Like these guys own Banana Republic, Old Navy, and Gap. So my main thesis behind this is the Kanye West partnership that the market seems to be ignoring.
Okay, so
you guys know him? Kanye West? He's a small-time rapper, right? A small-time rapper.
Yeah, not familiar.
Yeah, he's upcoming, right? Kanye West. He might be big one day.
That's a dumb name.
Like in the future, he might collab with Drake, right? They might do a concert like in the future. Drake and Kanye West, but
Who's
no
that?
one knows for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, who's Drake?
Like Drake, he's a local guy in Toronto, right? You might know him. So
It sounds like a Canadian-ish
name. Yeah. Did he play on the Grassy?
The Grassy High, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's like a.
Hey, West Coast closer Matt, do you know him personally?
I don't know. Toronto's a big city, so no, I never got to hang with him.
Okay. All right.
I have a story about Drake, but anyway,
Drake.
Oh, yeah, that guy, that guy from the Grassy.
Oh yeah,
Timmy,
upcoming
what's his name?
rapper,
Timmy Jimmy. He got shot, but anyway, Gert. So, what advice do you have for new traders? Do you have any advice for new traders out there?
Yeah.
Some good advice.
If you have no clue on how to trade, don't trade. Just pass by and enjoy life. Like, keep it simple, right?
I think that's good advice.
If you can't spend enough time
or learn. That's
if you can't spend
you
enough
can always
time
learn, guys.
and you don't want to learn, just pass by and enjoy your life. You will make more than 90% of traders, because 90% of them lose money because they have no clue what they're doing. So you're better off buying SPY right now or ever, instead of trading actively if you don't have the time and money to start. So
you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, not financial
the time and money.
So on this basis, we have 354 people, and let's look at SPY right now. So how much is SPY up for the year?
Oh yes, a game. Let's do it.
Yeah, so SPY is up 30%, and I can guarantee 70% of people here have made less percentage than that this year. Here, and they would be better off buying SPY. Like, even if you get up 50 people, they will say, oh, they made less than 30%, or they even lost money this year. So for the average person, SPY is the best shot. If you don't have the time to learn, and you have no clue, right?
So, a lot of people that we know and listen, they trade penny stocks in OTC, but OTC is kind of taking a nap right now, and a lot of people have been trading big boards,
OTC, right? So OTC, even if all the OTCs go to zero tomorrow, I couldn't care less, to be honest.
All right, Gerg, that's okay.
But
we'll just pretend you didn't say that.
I mean, most of the OTCs are blatant pump and dump trash, right? Like, can you guys?
We'll also pretend
you can't deny that,
right? They're just taking a nap.
I mean, nap or they're dead.
It's 80% nap.
No.
20% death.
So can you tell me, right? In OTC, 90% of them are trash. Can you guys agree with that? Yeah, yes or no, right?
I wouldn't even disagree and say all of them are.
Gerg,
let me rephrase that.
Gerg,
99% of the stocks in OTC are hot garbage.
Okay, so I muted Gerg because
no,
he's not allowed to ask questions.
Yeah, you're not allowed to ask questions. That's
Gerg.
Yeah, I love how he comes on the OTC club and he's just
so
like,
let me. I won't ask questions. I will put a statement out. 99% of the stocks in the OTC are hot. I got muted again. So yeah.
Ooh. We can also agree that a lot of stocks in big boards are trash too. We can also argue that, and we can also argue that they're trash with better marketing.
That would be 20%,
we
right?
can also argue that.
But I want to ask
OTC
question.
is the Wild West. Almost no regulations there.
I know, but we're cowboys, so
yeehaw.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like some OTC offered me 100,000 just for one tweet. Like OTC is full of scams. Like every week, I almost get 2 or 3 people like offering to pay like 100, 150K, couple tweets of random trashed OTC. Like it's a Wild West.
I could believe it. It is a Wild West.
So I want to go back to my question. So because OTC is taking a nap, and yes, some of them are trash, but okay,
no, I think
so a lot
majority of them are trash. Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. Shut up, Gerg. Answer the question.
Gerg, I'm gonna have the mute button right here, bro. Okay, so look. So while they're taking a nap, a lot of people have diversified and are now on big boards. So what do you think their safest bet is, like moving into big boards while OTC takes a nap?
I think those guys should have started with large caps instead of OTCs.
Okay, but they didn't. So go ahead and shoot that advice.
So if you're just getting into big caps and you came from OTC, so let me guess. First, I think you have no clue about trading. So you should just stick. You should just stick with index funds then, right? Like if someone comes from OTC, most likely they have lost a lot of money. That's why they're making the move. Like, the one thing I notice is when people move from stocks to crypto, or crypto to stocks, or stocks to OTCs, they do when they lose a lot of money. And they think they might be able to make a lot more money in the sector or the exchanges. So that's my first guess. Like that's my first assumption. If you're making a move from OTCs to stocks or the big boards, as you guys call it, you have lost a lot in OTCs, and you can't trade. I think big boards like OTCs, right? OTCs, even a small rumor stock is up 100%, 200% instantly, no halts too. Like. And you can't short them, right? Most of them are very, very hard to get borrows off. So, and a lot of misleading information on them too. And if you want, you can go and buy an OTC shelf for 50,000, and you have to pay less than $1,000 to maintain that. So me, I can go out, buy an OTC company, take over all of its assets on the papers for under 50,000. So,
no.
Down, Gavin.
So if they want to go into big boards, what do you what's your advice?
Yeah.
So index funds.
If you're a beginner, start with index funds.
So assuming they're decent traders and they do want to learn big boards, you do recommend index funds.
No. If you want to learn, right? So index funds are mostly about investing, but if you want to trade, I think Twitter is the best and the worst scanner. But you just like find the right place, right? Like Twitter,
Beautiful.
I use it every single day. I almost see 200 in a place, but half of them are great, half of them are garbage. But you need to know, right, how to separate them. Twitter is the best friend for new people in trading, I think.
Yeah, but I really think that people need to like you said, get rid of the garbage. But how do you determine what's garbage and what's good? You know, how do you determine
I don't think anyone can do that, right? If anyone could, before the garbage becomes garbage, everyone would be a billionaire by now. So you can't really do that. I think you learn, right? But if you want to start with your own money. Don't paper trade. Because when you paper trade, there's like no emotion, right? You might lose $1 million, or you're like, oh yeah, it's fake money, I don't care. So start with some real money. I think when I started, I think you have 1 or 2 accounts, so you might do the same. So be ready to lose money when you start, I would say.
Gerg, so before we go to all these audience questions, I posted the Ape Wives and the Kids for you, so you could buy this.
The headphone one, the pink hat one.
Yeah, she cute.
No, that's ugly.
Well, you don't have to pick her. Somebody bought her already. You could go.
Oh yeah, I like the crown one, right? The brown monkey with the crown on top.
Yeah, and you could get cute kids. Okay, so Justice, what's up, Justice?
Yo, it's good, guys. Okay, Gerg, man.
Hey, Justice.
Yo, it's good, guys. Okay, Gerg, bro. I remember like 2 months ago, I saw you dissing the OTC stocks, and man, listen. What if I told you last year there's a stock that went over 1.9 million%? No cap. It's not a lie. Look it up. It went from 0.0001 to $1.93. How the hell are you not going to play that? How could you not risk that? Someone turned $1,000 into millions.
I think Humble is the
TSMP. Yeah, TSMP. Exactly. Yeah.
How much is it down so far?
What do you mean? Okay, well, okay. It did a reverse split and stuff, sure, but it's still up from 0 to 1.
I have a question. How much is that down in the last 6 months? 95%?
It's down a lot right now. Yeah, sure. The OTC overall market is in a bear market, but
it's down 99%. Why the hell
did
buy something that
go down
99%? Like, that's just dumb, right? You're just gambling like an idiot.
That's why. How's that gambling?
Let's all settle down there, Tigers.
Ew, like y'all sitting there yelling in my ear.
I love it.
Ahead, yeah, I love it too. Just don't be directly in the mic because my ears are buzzing.
I gotta jump before
Okay,
that
my bad.
debate
Sorry.
goes on.
I'll be quieter. I'll be quieter. I have a loud voice.
Bye, Matt.
No.
Okay,
I
Gerd.
love drama, so no, don't mute anyone. I love this drama.
No,
so
it's not drama. It's just, bro.
I'm here for the drama and to beat people. Like I'm bored.
Listen, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. Look at all the low float stocks that are down in the Nasdaq. They're down like 80+%, bro. All of them. RHE, fucking
my bad. So this
DTX.
isn't down 90%. That's down 99.3% from the top.
What is?
So
what's down 99.3%? What's down 99.3%? Humble.
HMBL.
How are you, bro? What do you mean?
That's the one you brought up, right? You brought up Humble, so that's what I'm talking about.
How is it down? It's not down 99%. What are you saying, bro?
How much is it down?
Red Sea,
it is not 99%. Listen, it might have, okay.
No, how much is it down? You tell me then.
Okay, listen. No. It's okay. From last year, it's
technically... No, give me the number, right? I want the number.
Okay, from last year, it's actually technically up if you think about it. Because pre-split...
I want the number.
Okay, with the reverse split... No. Okay, it's at 5 cents. 0.0001 to 5 cents is still a freaking... How much X is that? That's a freaking 500X. You're never getting that on the big board.
No, I have a question, right? How much is it down? You still are...
How much is it down from the high? Let me look at...
I'm gonna organize this right now, right? One side you have a minute to state your case, and then Gavin has a rebuttal, all right? Because I don't like the yelling in the ear. So you ready? And unmuted. State your case, Justin.
How much?
It's down 70 to 80%. Okay, from the highs. But that's any stock you can look at from the highs.
There you go. No, what do you mean any stock? Look at
bro, Apple, what do you mean? Bro, look at if you're a small trader with a small account.
That did not work at all, Stack.
Listen, bro. No. It does work. If you have $1,000, would you rather fucking put in an Apple that will move $1 or $2 a day, or in a fucking OTC stock that you do research on that can go up 1,000x? What is more life changing?
I would personally, because I'm smarter than you, I would buy Apple.
Oh my God! Listen, bro, you're not thinking of the scenario. Listen, bro. Oh my God, right? You're a fundamental trader. Listen.
Don't know is the share price doesn't matter. The percentage does, right? You can put
30 seconds to state your case. 30 seconds.
Bro, what market cap moves easier? $1 million market cap or a fucking $1 trillion market cap?
Obviously, $1 million, right? You should know that. $1 million.
Exactly. So what's more likely to double your money quicker? I want money now. I don't care about the fucking long-term shit. This shit can crash any day, bro. I'm just saying. Maybe you started with more capital, but people who don't have as much capital, OTC is the way. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you so much. Time's
Justice,
up.
That's my energy in the morning. I just want to tell you.
Yeah, it's a little late. But Justice, thank you. I appreciate you. I know you come on here a lot. I'm gonna let you down and bring somebody else up.
You're more than welcome to come on all the time because you obviously
you got some energy when I'm tired.
You obviously inhale
the OTC
and I love
the OTC. There you go.
Yeah, if you can't match his energy, don't come up. Like I want people like him, like who can fight and just.
So that's the challenge. You need to match the energy. Yeah. We want to hear the energy now. Yeah. But you literally have 2 minutes to. If you come up here with energy, you have 2 minutes.
Alex,
you ready? No pressure, Alex. All right, you ready? All right, go, Alex.
Pressure is on. Full pressure on you, Alex. Don't disappoint us, please.
Hey, Alex, go ahead and unmute your mic to speak a little bit. All right, Alex.
I was going to go get some espresso.
Alex, you can come back up, but I'm going to let you down and let somebody else up while you figure out your microphone. All right. Who's next? Let's do My Stock Life. Hey, how you doing, My Stock Life? Hey, My Stock Life, what's good?
Well, finally got a chance to get in here because I've been trying to get into Gavin's DM through IG, and he never replies. Whoa. He never replies. So this is a good time to speak with him.
You're welcome.
I gotta disagree.
You should DM me. You should DM me again. What's your name? I will take a look.
My Stock Life. So I gotta disagree with him over there. OTC is not crap. One thing about OTC is you gotta find the gems. Yes, we are in a bear market right now, but I think the floor has been put in last week. So I think it's time to take a look at it again.
Thank you, My Stock Life.
Yeah, I will say I will take a look, but I won't. So I will take a look for sure.
Sounds good. I think there's a couple of nice plays. The sectors that
getting really hot. Like, I just want to give you an example of one of them. Like when people say OTC market has a lot of opportunity, you guys ever traded the stock PVDG? If you take a look at that chart, I think that did a symbol change. It's VXIT.
Let's see, VXIT, right?
Oh, God, VXIT.
Yeah, so you can...
Bro, 4 million. Like,
so
the market cap
Tiger's
is too small for me. Like, even if I want to, I can't buy inside. Like, I don't like this place, right? Like, look at the chart. Like, this is the ugliest chart I've seen. Like, there's no volume on this.
The volume's coming. OTC's been sleeping. The volume's about to wake up. Christmas is coming.
Gerg, they're taking a nap. It's called like a... It's in hibernation, okay?
No, on this stock, the volume was $30,000 last week. Like, how can you even buy into that? Like,
you're supposed to buy it when you're sleeping.
So if you know any... So yeah, the OTC right now, especially, is low liquidity. It's in
not for me. I will pass that.
The liquidity is right now is in the opposite direction. But
and even this, like, VXIT is down 99% from the highs, like 3-4 months back. So
hard to retrace. But if you know, it's the same with crypto. You got high volatility stocks. People just keep buying and buying and buying.
Gamble on crypto.
Buying and buying.
Just another thing, Gurgavan, you were talking about Apple earlier. Whenever it hits a $1 trillion mark, we do get a pullback. So I think the $3 trillion mark is 82, 86. So that's the number we got to keep an eye on.
182. Yeah, you're correct. So I think in the past 2 times, the first dropped 40%, but that was the trade was too right. So make it 30%. But at $2 trillion, the drop was 25%. So the average drop was 30%. So you might see a drop if the trend continues. So I think play puts.
I think we might touch it tomorrow because the futures are up, but I think we might go touch it tomorrow and then kind of calm down before Powell, see what he does, if he wants to hammer us before Christmas or not.
Yeah, even in the after, right? It was almost at 180, so new all-time highs after all. So if Apple goes up another 1.2 or 1.3%, this will hit $2 trillion. So. But personally, I've sold all of my accounts of Apple that I was long on. I'm a long-term account. And I have no plans to buy anywhere close to here. If this goes to 130, 140, which it most likely won't, I would like to buy it back then. So
I got one last question. Yeah. I got one last question for you. I know you think the OTC is trash. You said 99% is trash. What's that 1% that if you had to pick? Which one would you pick?
He already said.
I'm going to mute him right now again.
GBTC, I think.
He just said GBTC, BTC.
Oh, you can't even call that
Bitcoin
one.
Trust. It's still a stock.
I mean, so GBTC is an OTC, but it isn't, right? So GBTC is a Bitcoin trust that holds Bitcoin, and it's right now 25% below on the NAV, but it's impossible to get 1-to-1, right? So every $100 you put in, you get $125 of Bitcoin. So if in the future that gets approved to be in Bitcoin ETF, you make 25% guaranteed. But if it doesn't, the gap might go further because you can't just redeem the shares, right?
Right.
So if in the future GBTC gets approved to become an ETF, short Bitcoin, long GBTC, 1-to-1. So there's a 25% spread in between that you can make if it becomes an ETF.
So I know you buy Grayscale BTC, but what about the Litecoin and Ethereum Trust? No?
Nah. Ethereum, like, have you guys seen the gas fees? I like Ethereum, but the gas fees makes me want to stay away.
Oh my God.
Like, why should I pay?
Change it, though.
Yeah, in the future, right?
I know another thing that you guys were talking about. It seems like everybody's trying to ready to put their bear suits on. What if we don't get a bear market for a bit? What if we just see rotate?
Yeah, we just talked. He just said, they're not really bearish on SPY.
Only Stacky is one.
Yeah, only me. I want to be bearish.
Why should I be bearish? Or what makes everyone bearish? Like everything, all the new variants push SPY higher. Like everything is almost
I think there's going to be a rotation from FANGs into growth stocks. Pretty much, Kathy's going to be looking like a genius again.
You think so? I think Cathy Woods will. I think if you have 2 or 3 months of this, Cathy Woods will have a major liquidity problem. So I'm
no, she's not. She's ready to come back. She's gonna have a comeback. You're gonna see.
Yeah, I mean, she is a good investor, but a terrible trader. Like, she sucks at trading, but she's good for long term, right? I think the perfect example is Zillow, right? So Zillow was down 20%. She bought it 2 days before earnings. I think she bought 50 million worth, and on the earnings, she bought in 50 million again. And after the earnings, stock dropped 40%, and she dumped, I think, $250 million of that. So,
but don't you think, Kathy,
trading, right?
A lot of people that follow Kathy, don't you think that's the reason why they're already hedged both sides? So when a lot of the people see, because everybody was always excited about what Kathy was doing because she was doing really great, and then she made her name for
last year she was doing pretty good. Any stock she used to buy, the stock was up 5-7% after hours, but now it's no movement, and sometimes they go down. So one thing you might have noticed is the stocks, her report, right? They come after 8 p.m. So before last year, they were coming at 6 p.m., 6:05, 6:10, before 7 p.m. Now, none of them come before the market closed, after hours closed, 8 p.m. So that's the reason. She wants to hide or stop people. So,
but I feel like she was brought in as a distraction as well. So like now people don't trust her anymore, right? Nobody wants to buy Kathy stocks. Every time.
On ARK, right? So ARKK, that's a flagship fund. The average investor is down 15%.
Right. It's better than OTC.
Even though fund is up 500% in the last 5 years, the average holder for ARK is down 20%.
Well, imagine people holding OTC stocks; they're down a lot more.
That's why I don't like OTCs, right? You just proved my point.
No, but that's the thing, though, right? But this is also the same time where you pick them up if you got hit. So this is the time where
I have a question for you. Do you trade any OTC stocks?
I do.
And what was your biggest loser, percentage-wise?
I'll say my biggest winner last year was almost $1 million. So,
and the biggest loser?
Maybe like $100K.
No.
No, he said which stock. Right? He's trying to figure out which stock were you.
Yeah, the percentage.
Most bearish, you got delisted. So let's not even go there.
Oh, SCIE. Let me stop.
Whoa.
No shade.
Yeah, I wouldn't see anything on that.
That's the risk. That's the risk, right?
Yeah,
there is a risk. So you gotta take it for what it is. It is the Wild West.
I mean, OTC to me is. I mean, if you ask me, if you don't know what you're doing, OTC can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing with options. The same thing, 99% down in 5 seconds. Though I'm trying to tell you, the first time I did an option,
it feels the same.
I mean, once you get the hold of these markets, then when you figure out how things work, how things tick, then you can pretty much trade anything. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, it's experience, I guess.
Thank you, my stock life. So now we have to go to Alex again. He's gonna try. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Alex.
Hello, everybody. I'm just listening, and hopefully you guys are having a good December day. I'm kind of a financial coward, so I learned when I listened. Well, it's okay. It's very safe, but I learn when I listen to smart people, and that's kind of what I'm doing now.
That's good. Just make sure you use your own common sense and decipher what everybody says, because none of us are financial advisors in here.
Right.
Yeah.
But good evening to everybody. And inflationary bonds, by the way, are really safe. It's II bonds, and they're 7.3%, which is really safe. I know that's small scale to all of you guys, but I have a pension coming in. I'm saving for my kids. So I'm just trying to build it up. And I'm too much of a coward to jump to where these guys go.
Oh.
But anyway.
But that's smart, right? If you're about to retire, that's the safest play. So 7%, so they must be junk bonds, right?
Well, inflationary bonds are they're II bonds. They're not EE bonds. You go to treasury.gov and you buy them through the government. But right now they're paying 7.3%. And every 6 months.
And is that variable or fixed?
I don't know. It's it's fixed for 6 months, and every 6 months they're renegotiating according to inflation. But I'm taking my pension and saving it for my kids, so that's a way for me to try to double it. I know this is small, I'm talking like 8 or 9 years before I'm able to double it, but at least I'm working on a small scale, trying. I've paid for Catholic schools their whole lives. So now I'm kind of working on putting it in their hands, and I'm still working. I just have a pension.
So I'm looking at them right now. So you can only buy 10,000 worth, right, per person. And if you're married, 20,000, correct?
There's no limit on the II bonds. So
on this one, right? So the ones that pay 7.12% on the US, it says 10,000 per person, and you can buy 20,000 more in January of next year. So 40,000 max per person.
Oh well, maybe I just haven't got to the ceiling yet. But anyway, I'm just glad to hear you guys talk because seriously, that's where the coffee shops. When I listen to the financial friends of mine, that's where I learned the smaller things of what I want to try, like calculated risk. And I'm just, you guys are talking about dropping 100K, and I'm not. That's out of my league. But hopefully one day I'll be able to drop something like that for the children when I leave this earth. Anyway, Merry Christmas to everybody.
You will, Alex. You're gonna get there. And
no, I think but 7% on bonds is great. So, like the average T-bill, they offer you 2%. So, like 7% a year guaranteed is great.
That's what I was gonna say earlier too when he said that.
Well, the E bonds pay nothing, nor does a savings account. So I'm just trying to figure out ways to every few months to kind of, take that pension. It's a good pension. I'll get it until I die, which is hopefully 92, 93. So I'll bilk out about $3 million from the state, but I want to put that in their hands. That's why I'm also going to work in my retirement because I'm an IT professional. So, I'll listen to you guys and I'll shut my mouth. And I'm really not, I'm not savvy at all when it comes to the markets, but I do feel like a lot of people that, hey, a boom is coming, a correction is coming, but once again, it may not come. So,
yeah, anyway. I agree with you. It is coming, but no one knows when, right?
Yeah.
Will it come? Yeah, but it's impossible to say when. So,
thank you, Alex, and we appreciate you.
My pleasure.
And I'm sure that you're going to do amazing. And even though you're new, you'll learn a lot. Gerg, if you had kids right now and you wanted to secure their financial future, what would you invest in?
OnlyFans.
I would say 40% SPY, 40% QQQ, 20% Palantir.
Okay.
You heard it here first, Alex.
Not financial advice. Remember, look at an NFA up.
I mean, top. Even if you follow me in buying SPY, you'll probably tag me 10 years out. So yeah, go buy SPY.
All right. There you go. Now we just helped Alex's kids, Gerg. All right. So then now we have News HQ. What's up, bro?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hello, hello.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Gerg? How you feeling?
Pretty good. How about you?
Doing good, man. Tell you what I want to know here is you had that VIH call. Everyone else want to talk bad on OTC, whatever. VIH became BKKT, right?
Yeah, it only went
and it ran up like crazy. You made a lot of people some money right there. I want to know, why did you make that call months in advance? What was going on there? Because, look, it worked out for me. Thank you. But what was going on there in that server?
So why did I buy back months before anyone else?
VIH, right?
Yeah, VIH. That's a VIH was back that turned to back. So back went from $8 to $50 in 2 days. So you would have made 10,000% options on the calls.
Yeah, you made a lot of money. What was up with that? Why'd you pick that one? What was going on?
That's a secret, right? I can't disclose my secrets.
I know his secret.
It's like a chef. Yeah. So if you're like a chef, right? The chef, they don't disclose a recipe. So.
All right. Well, let me know next when you get like that. All right. Let me know next one.
I will DM you. How about that?
No, only if you subscribe to the OnlyFans for Gergevin.
I'm on it. I'm already on it.
I had to subscribe to his OnlyFans for like a week to get that information.
Subscriber, no doubt.
You might have to suffer through some. You might have to suffer through some nudes.
We're happy that Gerg made you millions. Make sure you subscribe.
Not millions, but look, Look, it was a nice move up, and thank you, Gergovin. Appreciate that, man. Next one, DM me, and I am on your OnlyFans.
So we have the balls H NFT to here to ask you a question. Go ahead, non-fungible net sex.
Hey, I just joined. I just wanted to say hi and thanks for hosting the space. It's really.
Yeah, I have a question. How do people DM you? Like, do DM you cannot buy your balls? Like, how do they DM you? Like, how does that conversion? Like, how does that even go?
How does he invest? How does he invest?
Our website is linked. We are going to be dropping them. So the ball drop is going to be happening on New Year's Eve.
So you are going to drop balls via ball drop, correct?
Pardon?
So you will drop balls, your balls, via balls drop, right?
Correct. So the balls drop when the ball drops.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's going to be
this
Gavin's
is why
first
I'm
NFTs.
not bullish on NFTs, right? So this is right there.
Listen, he's going to buy it.
Non-fungibles. Do you have a question on fungibles?
No, I just wanted to say thank you for the space.
We love you, non-fungible. I might buy some balls.
We love you, non-fungibles.
It'll be the first time I bought some nuts.
Nice.
That's not true. Anyways,
you should.
Let's go to the next person.
Join our Discord server.
I don't pay for nut sex often.
But sometimes
that's a great dinner then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, non-fungibles. We're looking forward to the balls drop.
Thank you.
So we have Ian Mark Styles. Ian, unmute your mic.
I am Mark Styles. Yo. Ian. I love it. Hey, Ian.
I am.
It's after 10 o'clock. Ian. Are you Irish?
Hey, I'm all messed up because non-fungibles messed me up.
I think it's the dog food, Eames.
Eames.
That's I'm.
All right. So since Eames, he's probably dying laughing on the other side of the microphone. Let's go to somebody else. Dan, how about you? Hi, Dan. How are you?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
We're all good.
Yeah, I've DM'd Gur before. He made me a lot of money on Lucid, but I was an early investor in TSMP, and I made a little bit of money on that, and then I aped into AMC, and that's where I made a little small fortune. But usually I just trade SPY and QQQ options all day long. That's what I do for my job now. I just really am curious as to why you don't like TSMP/Humble now, because they are doing some good stuff. I understand George Shaw can sell a lot of his shares. Brian paid a lot of his family in shares. He has some weird thing going on with Nick
Carter. I have no clue who that George guy is, but he blocked me. I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, he blocked me.
But
too.
he has me blocked.
Also blocked.
I've never talked to that guy, but he has me blocked for no reason. So
I've asked him a question. Like I said, I bought like 250,000 shares at 15 cents, and I sold it at like $4 before the split. I didn't ride it all the way to the top. Like I'm not an OTC investor at all, but I just thought that company, for some reason, it stood out to me, and I actually did like 2 months of research before I even bought it. I watched it go from like the 00 to all the way up to 15. And if you don't feel like talking about today, I can wait for tomorrow. But I just really want to get your take on why you think it's a bad company.
Yeah. So back then, right? So back when I made the post, when this was at $700, they had thousands of Twitter bots pumping the stock. And if you were looking at the source code, right? On the source code, they have 2 Twitter accounts. One was the Humble account and the Humble IR account. Like, I was getting 100+ DMs about Humble every single day.
Okay,
that's
I actually didn't get
that was my first red flag.
Like a bunch of people after I joined the stock twits thing, like people started like posting like crazy. I was like, all right, this is like catch and win. Like somebody big must be talking about this.
So if that happens, that's my red flag. That's when I go look deeper to go short. Same thing with AMC, right? So AMC, when I have millions of people tweeting about that at $70, saying this is going to 1 trillion a share, like that's when you go short.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Timothy Sykes ran it up, and then he like told all of his people to short.
I mean, again, right? That gets an area too. He has me blocked too. Like I have never talked to him before, and he has blocked me too. So
crazy. Okay,
so what? Go ahead.
Why do you think it's like an actual scam? Because I mean, the whole like Block 30 thing, like the Block 30 Labs, I followed it actually because I invested in crypto before, like in 2013. But
so one more thing I did with that is back in January, February, they put out a list of couple of vendors that might accept Humble Pay. I called 3 or 4 of them, and all of them had never heard of Humble before. But even though Humble claimed to partner with them, but they had never heard of Humble. That was my second red flag with that.
Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah, I know they do like a lot of promotion. They're like, oh, we're getting like Takari and like all these like people, but I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I like I said, I've been out of it. I was just really curious when you posted about it because you're very good with knowing stuff. So
yeah, so how I am is once everybody knows about it, it's pretty much done. But we have Bowtie Charts. Hey, Bowtie Charts, go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, I was just wanting to quote a good song from a movie called Top Gun. You guys have lost that love and feeling. And are we talking about OTCs? It was just a joke. Oh. I'm trying to keep it light. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. It's always light in here. You can feel free. This is not a super duper serious space, even though we can get there sometimes. But go ahead.
So you guys never need to lose that love and feeling for the market. You can pull your hair out some days, but we got Gavin here, and we got Stock Talk Weekly. We have the OTC ladies. We got Fake. If you can't get a good ticker off of one of these lovely, fine people here, I just don't know.
KP, did you change? Is that you, KP? Did you change your picture again?
Yeah, we so
KP.
Yesterday evening.
Every day.
Okay, so yesterday evening we had this is for the support of all this madness. So you got this one project, the NFT stuff that's been going on. They've been having these internal, or they have had internal tension, conflict. Okay, they had Elon Musk in one of these things last night.
Pudgy penguins.
Yeah.
I know. KP, we could talk later.
And then in this group,
changing your profile picture.
Okay, in this group right here, what I have that you're asking or commenting about.
What do you have? What is it called?
It's called a meerkat. Okay, the little meerkats. So they have their own like internal conflict, and I'm just like, hey, look, I'm the wizard with the tobacco pipe. I'm just here. Yeah.
All right, KP. Let me ask a question to somebody else. I'll talk to you later, KP. Love you. Guys, KP, you always come and ask us something weird. All right, we have Daljit. Hey, how you doing, Daljit? Go ahead and ask your question. You got to unmute your mic.
Sorry. Thanks for taking my question, guys. Big fan of Gurgav, keeping it real with the Indians, man. My question is with CFVI. What are we thinking there? Long-term hold. Kind of tech play we don't really usually see with SPACs. Peter Thiel's in it. He's got the golden touch. What are your thoughts there with everything? I'm sure you've studied
long term, CFVI goes back to $10.
Long term?
So I love Peter Thiel, but look at Wish, right? He was big in Wish, and Wish is down 90% from the IPO. So I wouldn't just buy it because of Peter Thiel, and I'm not even sure is he in that. But what he did with Facebook and other investments, I like him for that. But I think CFVI, when the hype dies down, this goes back to $10. But in the short term, can this run $15-20? It can, yeah.
Got it.
But long term, I would not want to be long this now.
You're up to date with them trying to get like gamers and everything like that, and
yeah. Even though they announced a partnership with DVAC. But the things that Diva claims to be, these guys are competitors. It makes no sense for them to partner up. So
They're just partnering on doing the streaming for DWAC. So they're completely. If you look at the website, it's actually good stuff to have like Russell Brand. It's kind of like anti-free speech movement type of thing, and we got the Forbes article talking about meme stocks. I mean, it's mentioned with DWAC a lot, and it's gained a lot of notoriety because of DWAC and Trump. But it's kind of like more. It has more legs on its own than just DWAC. Where DWAC is just hype and obviously is just a balloon like Trump. This is actually a real business who's been around for eight years or so. Yeah, I don't know. I have a different take on it, but I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, but so do you think all the people, like the biggest ad guys, will spend money on that platform? I don't think so, right?
They're popping up, man. Like
No, I think for YouTube, right? For YouTube, the biggest guys are Apple, Disney, Microsoft. I think it's a pretty big one. Coca-Cola, and none of these guys would like to put ads on an alt-right platform, right? I don't see that happening.
No, absolutely
Even
not.
though
it's consumer brands like like Colgate.
Blue, right? The Blue. I think for this, Blue Rifle Coffee is a pretty big marketing right on this, right? The Blue Coffee, the Black Coffee is that one. I forgot the name.
Black Rifle.
And they too are going public via SPAC. So
they are. Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like
the marketing is very, very niche, I think, and a lot of big brands with big pockets, they don't want to advertise on an alt-right platform, right? Just because of the backlash. Even though they might support the agenda, they don't want the backlash from that. So,
and then
we
have Secret Citrus, but I don't know what happened.
Secret Citrus, can you talk? Okay, all right.
What's up, guys?
It seemed like you had some connection issues earlier, so I'm just trying to figure out.
No, I've been listening the whole time. I kind of want to talk about what I want to look at this week, but I'll go back to the OTC comment just for a second. Like they were talking about TSMP that went to Humble. If you look back at that time in the market, that I guess last February, March timeframe, there was so much liquidity, not only in the OTC, but it was all driven, or a majority of driven from stimulus. And so we might get some type of similar run in the OTC, in the next couple of months, but I don't think it'll be anything like what we saw in the past. I think sticking to the more predictable plays is probably the safest thing to do. So for me, like the last few weeks have been real choppy, but one constant that I've been seeing is like the multi-month breakouts have really been holding the levels consolidating, some of them at least. So I'm going to be looking at, Ford, CVS has like a multi-year cup and handle forming, Bank of America, multi-year breakout, consolidating kind of, ABVV also sitting right at multi-year resistance. I think that has, but I think there were some insiders that were selling on that last week, so I'm not really sure what the maximum potential, but I don't know about Ford. I like Ford breaking out of this channel, but I just don't know how quickly it can run up, or if it's just going to be like a slow grind. And so those are kind of some of the things that I'm looking at.
Okay, so one of the things I know on how I trade OTCs with people, just to just clear the air. There's two different ways I trade, and that's volume trading and momentum trading. And there's two people that you can follow that's been trading the OTC for years prior to all these runs that you had during the big volume spike of the pandemic. So there's a guy named Trader 23 who's been on iHub for what's it 23? Who's been on iHub forever, and he trades volume, unusual volume. And then you have someone else. The OTC method, he trades momentum. So those are two different ways that you can trade the OTC, and you can make money off of it without losing your ass. But
oh yeah, sure. I mean, I love OTCs, but
just to clear the air.
So they've been dead for a while. I think another thing that's going to be coming up, something to look at, going into January would be these bottom reversals, like Disney type reversals. They've fallen so hard, but near multi-year, multi-month support levels. I think taking entries now for maybe a few week swing would be, I think there's a massive upside. Like I've taken some calls in Disney into January. I have some calls into Ford from, last, almost 2 weeks ago. Just sticking with the ones that I think have the most upside going into, after this, mass sell-off, market correction, whatever you want to call it, going into tax season. I think that we're going to have, I don't think there's going to be a bear market anytime soon. I think we're going to bull for a couple months after December before we get any type of like hard pullback.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Secret Citrus. Let me go ahead and get all these other people answered, and then we're going to go ahead and try to close up around 10:30. So we have Anton. Go ahead and ask your question.
Have you covered your short on Lucid?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, you.
I mean, how much is Lucid down so far? So Lucid is down 20% only so far on the month. Yeah, but I did call my short on Lucid. But I will go short Lucid again, so don't worry. But for now, I don't have a short in Lucid.
Oh, how do you think it's gonna do tomorrow with the news?
I think it goes up or down.
Yes, pretty much.
I think it goes up or down. We'll see. We'll see next week if it goes up or down.
Yeah, with the news, right? So in the pre-market, it might shoot up 3 or 4%, 5%. But for Lucid, right, the first half an hour is the most important. That's what I've seen. If the stock gaps down pre-market, it stays flat. But as soon as it opens, it rallies up. So the pre-market isn't that important for Lucid. The first 30 minutes are. So.
All right, what's up, Parvinder?
Hey, so Gur, you mentioned you would put 40% in SPY, 40% in QQQ, and 20% in Palantir. Even with the inflation and money going out of tech stocks, would you still put in triple Q?
Yeah. No. Triple Q, no. So triple Q is triple leverage, right? So long term, avoid that. Never buy triple leverage funds for long term, long or short. So QQQ, that's the single one. Yeah, for sure.
Any particular reason? Because SPY and QQ are almost like the same, right? We were discussing.
Yeah,
earlier.
I mean the biggest names are I think Apple, Microsoft. That's the same for both. But I do like to be a bit more tech focused. So when I do that, like Apple is like 6% of my portfolio, Microsoft is 7%, then I have 4% in Google, 3% in PayPal. So that's the stocks I like, right? So instead of me buying them individually, I get to own all of them. Especially if I don't want to trade with that, right?
All right. Hit mobile phone. Do you have a question for Gerg?
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity. So my question is about OTC and NSAV. I don't know, maybe anybody is familiar with this stock. So is there anybody can give me little information about this stock, NSAV, and also about their crypto NSBC that they just launched? So that's my question.
So NSAV is definitely a OTC stock. I don't know if
it looks like a pump and dump.
familiar.
It was 1 cent, went to 12 cents, now it's back to 2 cents. So the chart looks like a pump and dump. And the website looks like a 3-year-old made that. So another red flag. Man, Doom Kim, Chinese directors, one more red flag. Based in London, but listing in the US, more red flags. Like this is red flags and red flags there. Now it's down 95%.
Sorry about that.
And some of his holdings are in China, but they're not holding that on the website.
I wanted to ask a question about OW.
OWV.
Yeah. I wanted to know if what do you guys think about that?
So first of all, I've never heard about the stock. So let's look it up. OWV, right? Oh, like I've never heard this name before. So
it had a nice run. It had a nice run last week.
The first thing I like to do is look at the market cap. Market cap is in 10 million. A red flag for me. The employees 0. So The CEO, let's look at the CEO right now, Jerry Craig. So Jerry Craig is an LA CEO and no past history, no socials, red flag. The legal counsel,
All right.
what do you have there? No history. It's a newbie again.
They want to hear it.
I mean, when I go through stocks, the first thing I do is look at the market cap, the company, the management. Do they have any experience, their past histories, past lawsuits? Then I do deep dive into the stock, right? What do these guys do? So these guys claim to make water pumps. Are you bullish on water? Like, I have a
Yes.
question. Why are you bullish on the stock? So these guys they sell water.
We love water, Gerg.
And they make
water is good
vending
for you.
machines for water. Why would you? Never mind.
Okay.
All right, so we have the next question.
So we're done with the question.
And they have no revenue, no filings. So
we did
they
bring
can be a
Tara.
fraud too.
We did bring Tara up here. Hi, Tara.
Hi, Tara.
Hi, guys. I don't know. Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No,
bad.
no, the other Tara here. The five of the ones we have here.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
There's always it seems like there's always two Taras.
You're
the one is long AMC, one is short AMC. So.
It's war. Gert, what are your thoughts about AMC this week?
Oh my God.
So this week it now bounced back, but long term, this is gonna be $10. But in the short term, I might buy calls this week. So
you think it's gonna have a run this week? I think a lot of people are thinking that as well.
Right? So with AMC, 27 is a very key level, and 25 too. If this breaks 25, I'm buying 20 puts. If this can bounce back from here, I'm buying 30 calls for Friday.
What will your calls be at? Like what price?
Just tell us now.
$30.
$30 calls? Okay,
Yeah.
I was just curious. That's awesome. Good to know.
If AMC breaks 25, I'm buying puts. 20 puts 2 months out. But if this can bounce right there, I'm buying 30 calls, weekly expiry. Even though I don't like to play weekly calls, AMC, like even if this jump 3-4%, the volume and the premium will skyrocket. Even though it shouldn't go higher, you can easily double your money if that bounces from here. Like, don't hold this after Wednesday, dump it, because Theta will eat most of that. But if you want to buy that, watch for AMC bounce back. If this goes above 28, look at the 30 calls for Friday, make 100%, and dump them by Wednesday.
Wow. That's really, really exact. Okay.
That is very, very, very exact.
Can you write that down for me? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But thank you, Gavin.
Appreciate it. Right, so.
No. What if I hate you? No.
Well, we had it here.
Pay him no mind.
Gerg is bullish on AMC for this week.
No, so
potentially bullish.
I'm bullish.
Depending on levels of support. So if it finds that $25 level of support, then yeah. Okay, so got it.
Yeah. So the mother of all the squeeze will never happen. Like AMC goes to $10 in the long run. So in the short term, like there are enough bag holders to pump this back up. So the average AMC app is down 40% so far, and they will have to buy the dip if the momentum goes in their favor. So if it bounces from 28 tomorrow till 10 or by noon, I am jumping into 30 calls for Friday. If it doesn't, I'm going short again AMC.
And you said sell those calls by Wednesday because the theta will eat it up by Friday?
Yeah, and even that, right? So people that have to buy same-day expiries or the calls that further out the money, 9 times out of 10 they will lose money. So why should you hold through the outcome when you can make money before that? Like ride the hype, right? Ride the wave.
Right, makes sense.
It's the same as buying calls before earnings and make money on the IV and dump it and let someone else take the risk for the earnings.
Facts. Makes sense. Thank you, guys. I wasn't expecting to come up as a speaker when I joined the call, but I guess I had the option. But thank you guys for letting me ask a question.
Amazing. That was an amazing question, Tara, because now we are all going to get on that call, right? Because Gerg is bullish for the week on AMC.
If it bounces right there, right? If it goes down, like if it breaks 26, I'm buying it 20 puts 2 months out. Because AMC, right? AMC, yeah.
And just like that, Gerg is bullish on AMC for the week, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. We love you guys. If you missed any of this spaces, you can automatically play this back as soon as we're done. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Yeah, and the behind the scenes posted on OnlyFans, so go check that out.
His OnlyFans.
Yes.
Oh my God, Gur! I didn't know. I'm checking it out now.
And then I agree with Gur. So in anticipation of the news and AMC to the moon, go Gerg. He said AMC to the moon. All right, everybody, we will see you on Wednesday. We'll see you on Wednesday. Go Gerg.
Bye. See you guys Wednesday. Gerg loves AMC. Bye. Bye.